are back for day 12. Go live. I'm making it so I can see the messages. Let us know if you can hear us and where you're watching from. Now, yesterday we talked about handling resistance and understanding fear. And today the topic is your burro is talking. Are you listening? We want to talk about recognizing and reading your donkey's body language. I have been getting some messages lately about people that are getting bit by their donkeys. And not that this is 100%, but when your donkey, before they bite or kick, they're giving you signs that this is upcoming. So we want to recognize what they're sharing with us and give them the respect. Make sure they always have a way out and approach them slowly and calmly. So we're going to touch on this stuff today, and we just want to help you understand what your donkey is telling you before things escalate, because they do escalate sometimes, and we really don't want that to happen. Yeah, avoid that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we got Donkey Dan here with us, Tice. We always love having Donkey Dan with us. So the body language matters because there's little tiny signs that your donkey is going to give you to let them know how they're feeling. Now, they could lean away from you, walk away. Hey there, welcome. Let us know where you're watching from and if you can hear us. So we're talking today about that your donkey is talking to you, and are you listening? Now, the donkey is always going to give us signs of how they feel. If you're working with a wild or a nervous donkey, we don't even really need to talk about the ones that are already friendly with this. But if they're nervous, wild, or even if they're domestic, but they're nervous, they might, when you walk into the pen, they might go to the other end of the pen and put their nose in the corner. They're telling you how they feel. We had one that you would walk into the pen and straight away he would turn quick and maybe kick out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was totally telling us that he is nervous and he's willing to defend himself. We need to take those feelings seriously.
Absolutely.
That can escalate so fast.
It can. And as we reflect back on different donkeys we've worked with, there's always signs. It's like, wow, I guess I can think of numerous scenarios where if either MaryJo or I or both of us saw that, we need to just step back, relax. There's signs. We're at a situation where this donkey could lash out. And I believe in many instances, if we chose to ignore or didn't notice the signs and continued with what we were doing, we would have been kicked or bit or both, or we've been close. I've overdid it to the point where one jumped through the fence, the 5-foot panel. Luckily nobody was injured, but that was entirely on me. The signs were there and I did not back off. It was not the donkey's fault.
I think an obstacle for... Hey guys, you are so impressive. Thanks. Oh, it's Mountain Built. We love you, and that you're being so consistent with these live videos. Thanks. Maybe we're doing a 50-day challenge. Oh my gosh. So when you're working with your donkey, when they turn and they face away from you, maybe they kick out. Janie's back from Wyoming. Welcome
Hello,
back.
Janie.
We need to slow down, back up, give them a way out, because that little sign where they turned and maybe kicked out a little bit, maybe you're far enough away, and you always want to be. You're far enough away, you're not going to get kicked.
Right.
But don't think that you can just go approach them then, because they're already they're feeling vulnerable. And it will escalate.
And then a real obvious body language that maybe some people miss is they suddenly just go to the corner. They don't run to the corner. They're just like that. So I'm going to the corner. And this is usually early on in the gentling process. And that's true. I don't know if it's pouting or hiding or whatever. They just don't want to deal with you anymore. And they've got their head in the corner. That is not the time to continue. You need to back off. It might take seconds. It could take minutes. It could take many minutes.
You could be done for the day.
Yeah, or you could be done for the day. We try to end on a positive note, but sometimes you cannot. that is a scenario where you do not push the situation. You have to just, even though you're excited to make progress, the best progress will be made by doing nothing at that point.
So if you're in a situation where you need to keep working and they are hiding in the corner, send them, drive them forward, get them out of the corner.
Yep.
Lure them out of the corner, but do not approach them in the corner. You are in a very, very vulnerable, dangerous.
You are in a defense mechanism for the donkey. It's in a corner with its back legs facing out. That they can kick anywhere they want to.
They can turn fast.
And it may not want to hurt you, but in that donkey's mind, it may have no choice but to defend itself.
Now, defending themselves, I really think that donkeys want to be mild, pleasant, loving on you eventually. However, I do think that they can be taught a bad behavior. So let's say they kick or they bite to get away from you or to get you away from them. And they do it so many times. Well, now they're learning it works, and then they're going to keep
Yep.
doing it. It's going to
Yep.
be harder to work that through.
Yep. Don't put them in a position where they have to be defensive, because they'll learn that it works, and that will be their go-to. And now you have a problem, donkey.
And when I've had to work donkeys through like obstacle behaviors, it is super time consuming to work them through that. So we want to make sure we're setting them and ourselves up for success.
Yep.
All right. So